Hello, everybody. This is Ben Alexander and Kristal Alexander. We're going to talk about how we ended up in GS Partners. They say all roads lead to gold. I think mine started in high school. I was the person, the odd duck that couldn't stay in school. I set the record for missing school. I graduated just barely, so college was out of the question. I lived in an area where there's no jobs, so what I could find was contracting work, and that was shaky with no benefits, no chance of a raise, and I couldn't work when it rained, no health benefits. And eventually I became a contractor myself and bought myself a job. What I didn't like about that was I had to have $1 million in liability coverage and other insurances. So I spent around $2,000 a year for insurance, and I spent probably $60 every other day in fuel just to keep things going. So what did I learn from being a contractor? I learned about working for myself, by myself. I learned about spending money to make money, and I learned about being responsible. I had other people depending on me, and vice versa. So if somebody called, I returned the call, and I expected them to answer when I called. And I learned I had to stick with something. It's like if you're going to cut down a tree, you go out in the forest and you whack on one tree, then the next day you whack on another tree, you don't get anywhere. You have to stay focused, and if you're going to cut one tree, focus on that one tree. It was around 1990 I became fascinated with trading. The internet wasn't very popular then, so I bought a satellite dish and hooked it up to an old 486 computer to get real-time data, and I practiced trading back then with futures and commodities. It's what a ride. There's awesome potential to earn, and there's a even better chance to lose. So that's what I did on rainy days. I learned about trading, and I was mostly interested in the stuff that was highly leveraged, like penny stocks, where you put $1,000 in and you could get a whole bunch of shares if they're only a penny, or else it's like S&P Mini, where you could get a whole bunch of them. You could leverage it. So yeah, I studied the charts, McCAD, stochastics, the delta, the Elliott waves, and I bought TradeStation, tried to come up with my own indicators and so forth. Had the most fun with penny stocks. That's what got us our house. What I didn't like about trading was the days that I'd sit there all day and not get ahead. Trading you have losing days, and it just felt like such a waste. Plus, the reports and the deception that's going on there today, it's just not, the prices aren't built on reality, or should I say they're not based on reality. This is what led me to gold and silver and crypto. In 2012, I was having success making money online, and I decided I had enough of the contracting work. Actually, my back said I had enough. I had to roll out of bed onto all fours sometimes. It hurt to stand up in the mornings. And I'd go to work. It was dark. I come home. It was dark. I just had enough. So I decided. Like I said, I saw some success with my online marketing money making attempts. So I decided no matter what, I was going to make it work. So from 2012 to 2020, we got paid every Friday morning on a debit card. And that company ended its affiliate program. And most of us, or a lot of us, moved over to another company, which is Gspartners, and they pay instantly. It's pretty wild to see your commissions and earnings show up in the back office, and you can actually withdraw it with no hassle, no waiting. It's there. So I'm here to say that GS Partners, real, it's legit. I'd say just go ahead, set up a free account, have a look around. You can give me or Kristal a call with questions, and if you want help getting started.
Okay, here's what led me to making money online. I worked 12, 13 years in corporate America. What I absolutely hated about the environment was the office politics. People are friendly to your face and try to get you fired behind your back. I also hated having a boss who had never done my job, but yet he was going to tell me how to do it better. There was this one office worker that I was always fighting with about our office temperature. I wanted it warm, He preferred working in a freezer. One more thing. I know this is kind of petty, but in one factory, if vendors brought in food, the office workers would hide it from the rest of the plant so nobody else got any. In 2008, when the economy crashed, I lost my job as purchaser, and that is when I gave up working outside the home. Then I heard from my cousin who did medical transcription from home, so I decided to look into it. Would you guess back in 2011 it cost around $4,000 to become a certified medical transcriptionist? I don't want to think about what it would cost now. I love the home environment, but I despise my working hours, noon to 8 p.m. I worked 9 years and had no raise. I had to clock in on holidays, but sometimes there was no work available, so I didn't get paid. And even if it wasn't a holiday, there would be times that just for whatever reason, the doctors wouldn't dictate, so no work, no pay, but I still had to sit there. I felt stressed because I had to be 96% correct in my reports or I could be terminated. And sometimes it came down to my interpretation versus the auditor's interpretation. It was frustrating. In 2014, I took up life coach training with Coach U because I wanted to help people, and here I was documenting people's illnesses after the fact. It bothered me to see doctors prescribing so many medications when over 85% of those health problems could be corrected with a simple change in diet. When the pandemic hit, the hospital stopped paying the company I worked for, which was one of the 2 largest transcription companies in the world, so I lost my job again. Go figure. I thought my job was more secure in the medical industry than in manufacturing. So now, after working outside the home and inside the home, I know what I want and what I don't want. In 2020, I came to the conclusion network marketing isn't perfect, but it's better. Actually, it was before 2020 when I saw Ben wake up in the morning, turn on his computer, and find an extra $1,000 in his account. Now I'm working to help get the word out and grow our team. We are excited to watch our team grow every day, and we are excited about what Gspartners have in the pipeline. With Gspartners, there is no investment required. You get paid over and over after the job is done. It's amazing. We still get paid daily, weekly, monthly, because we made the most out of small pockets of time we had available 8 years ago. If we could show you what we found and how it worked with credibility and professionalism, would you at least be willing to take a look with us?